Can Your Music Do This? By Bill Protzman. What Ben Zander didn't tell us. Human beings are built to process rhythm and sound. From the song of a bird to the noise of a jackhammer, humans respond physiologically to what we hear. We can't help it. And the musicians among us use that response to manipulate us in ways we seem to enjoy. Maestro Benjamin Zander's powerful TED Talk, The Transformative Power of Classical Music, illustrates how sounds organized a long time ago by a guy named Frédéric Chopin can be used today to provide release from unexperienced grief. As a conductor, Ben must know a great deal more about the manipulative power of music than he shared with the TED audience. This article attempts to fill some of the gaps with understanding that could be life-changing for you. Generally, it's possible for a sound organizer, a composer, to predict how an audience might feel in response to a particular sequences of rhythm and sound. We musicians, conductors, and others charged with the musical performance act as trained conveyors of the sounds from composer to audience. If we've done a faithful job of it, the audience will respond according to the composer's intent. This holds true for all the various genres of music. It helps clarify why your preference for a particular set of satisfying musical genres might be quite different from mine, even though we experience similar feelings from our different musical tastes. Could it be just as compelling to hear Kurt Cobain discuss pathos in the music of Nirvana as it is to understand and hear how Chopin conveyed it? For some of us, probably so. Just as hearing and understanding a particular classical piece can be transformative, it's possible to analyze any music that's new to you in ways that create deep physiological and emotional and mental responses, and to be just as profoundly moved. This isn't an argument for one genre of music versus another as best for any particular purpose, although it's likely you already have a good sense of the music that does it for you in any given situation. That individual built-in understanding of your musical tastes can be a powerful tool. How powerful? Powerful enough to help drive Manuel Noriega to surrender. Powerful enough to be integral to some of the most ancient and widely used rituals in the world. The Catholic Mass, the songs of the Jewish cantor, the Muslim call to prayer. And those aren't just rituals of grief. They include fear, anger, and joy as well, with music suited to each of those four basic emotions. Why? As Maestro Zander demonstrates, to come that close to our primary emotions is a beautiful thing. Had he been given more time, he might have guided us through the more difficult emotions, fear and anger, using classical music to prepare and release the satisfying, safe, and complete experience of those emotions. Anger? What was the last time you heard a gridiron fight song? Back in the day, we transformed anger into more socially appropriate pride with such music. Now we can go more directly to the anger itself with hip-hop, rap, metal, rock, EDM, and classical music. Need guidance? If you know any combat veterans, ask them what music they listen to before heading over the wire. Movie soundtracks get anger music right for most of us too. The musical genre doesn't matter. What you want is the adrenaline rush, right? Your anger cocktail may sound different from mine, but if it has the same effect, who cares? What about fear? Plenty of frightening sounds out there. The ones that scare you the most are the ones that are the most powerful for you. Use those when you need to be good and angry without hurting people and breaking things. Think outside your musical box for music that triggers fear in you. Take your time and do this research in safety, please. Yes, this is self-manipulation. So why do it? For the same reason that Ben Zander encourages the satisfying experience of forgotten grief, to let it go. Grief, fear, anger, and joy are tools we humans must use. Have you mastered them? Are you controlled by, or do you have control over the famous 4 Fs? Flee, freeze, fight, or mate? No, I haven't forgotten about joy. There's a great article about music and sex at this link. Music that gets you access to the emotions behind those lizard brain responses also gives you a choice about how to experience and use them. Want to know more about what Ben didn't tell you? Here's a great website to lead you there. It's time to flex your musical muscles and learn to use the power of rhythm and sound with intent. You may surprise yourself with the musical power you already have. To learn what your music can do for you, join the Music Care movement. Change your music, change your life.